Alright, so hello guys. So this is lesson 1 ethics. We will discuss about what is ethics. Alright, so what can you see in the picture? I guess you can say this is an animal and that other picture is a person or a human. Well, I want to ask you a question about this. So, do animals always love to share or to care to other animals? Or, like, for example, the lions, do they love to give meat to other lions or to other creature? May nature ba ang mga animals na mag-isip na magbigay ng kanilang pagkain sa other animals when there is a survival instinct? I guess the answer is no. Kahit pa aso. Sometimes, there are cases na kinakagat pati amo pag malapit ang amo and kumakain sila ng pagkain. It is because of their survival instinct. Bakit? Kasi hindi sila nag-iisip ethically. Versus tao. So humans think about the good and bad, right? So now let's define what is ethics. Alright, so based on the definition we have here, the concept is derived from Greek word ethos, which means tradition or the habit, the character or the attitude. This is not only about the nature of specific courses of action, but it's also about the goodness of people and what it means to lead a decent life. Sino dito ang gumagawa ng mabuti? Nabibigay sa kapwa. Kapag may namamalimos sa jeep, binibigyan ng 5 piso or candy or pagkain. Like, literally, madalas we do good things to other people. Pag may nakikita nating nabibigatan siya, bubuhatin mo. When you can see them, they have no food, they doesn't have any food, you will give them sa mga fast food chains. So all of this doings or goodness act of people leads to an ethical way of thinking. Okay? So also, when we say ethics, this is philosophy or moral philosophy, the goodness and the good and the bad, wrong, the morally good or evil, the right and the wrong. Okay? So this is often refers to any scheme or philosophy of universal ideals or beliefs. So these are the examples of ethics. First, we have acceptance, we have the charity, the respect, the compassion, responsibility, and empathy. So, konti lang ito, madami pa. Example of ethics na pwede natin gawin sa iba. So, kindly assess yourself kung meron ka ng mga ito. Kung wala, ask yourself why. Okay? Alright. So, now, the branch of philosophy is divided into normative and meta-ethics. As you can see here, this is the conceptual framework of ethics. To easily understand what I'm saying, just look at the picture and distinguish. Ethics is divided into normative and meta ethics. As you can see, it's color black. So, the purpose of normative ethics is concern of human behavior in general. So, it is addressing our questions about the sense of human behavior, while we say normative ethics, it is by definition, it examines whether or not particular act should or should not be carried out. Okay. So, sa madaling salita, kapag differentiate natin ang dalawa, normative versus meta-ethics. It means, kapag normative ethics, it has moral ideas, moral obligation, and moral questions. While meta-ethics, it, it doesn't have moral question. It has non-moral question. Okay. So as you can see, meta-ethics relies on meaning. Madalas siya ay science-based. More on facts. Kapag naman normative ethics, based on moral philosophy. Sometimes doon nagkakaiba. Kasi sometimes morally good sa kanya, sa iyo hindi. Okay? So, now, we're going to move to the summary of differences of moral standards and non-moral standards. Okay. So, when we say moral standards, so it can be perceived to be universal. It can be different feeling and vocabulary. It can be objective or it has an objective considerations. You can adapt it, include it in our self-interests. It is not determined by authority figures. Okay? You know what? One of the example is cheating on examination, wherein students should not cheat during exam. As a rule in an educational institution, in doing such acts, cheating is wrong. It's not because students are afraid of teacher, instructor, or professor, but students know that is wrongful act. Ginagawa pa din. Pero, bakit ginagawa pa din? It is because they doesn't want to fail the examination. Okay. Moral standards entails serious harm or benefit. You know what? These moral standards, these are the guidelines lang. Sometimes it is good to other people, sometimes it's bad to us. For example, based on the religion, Muslims has a lot of wives, right? Muslim, pwede siya mag-asawa, isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, hanggang 10, hanggang sa mabubuhay niya. We, as Christians, we doesn't believe in that guidelines. It is written in the Bible that we should have only one partner. So, depende sa religion ang moral standards. Another thing, for example, sa atin, moral standards ng mundo, pwede siyang treated or pwede tayong ma-threaten and pwede ma-harm. Why? Moral standards ng mundo, paano ka magkakapera ng madaling paraan? You can do drugs, you can be a thief, or pwede kang pumatay. Kasi gusto mong magkapera. Pwede kang mangidnap. Parang kukuhanin mo yung pera, ransom. But that is just a guidelines of the society. Oo, nakaka-benefit sa'yo. Magkakapera ka after mo makapag-kidnap. Magkakapera ka after drugs, ganyan. Pero, it doesn't promote and equality to others, or illegally, mali talaga siya sa law. Pero when we say non-moral standard, these are applies to all the laws in the country. So these are the etiquettes, the statutes, the code of professional ethics. Okay. So as we discuss and go along, the importance of ethics are many. Okay? So ethics is all about decisions. Will you do it? What will be the benefit? What will be the result? So it will affect our lives in and outside. If we choose between the good and the bad, it is based on our beliefs. Oh, for example, in Africa, they believe that private parts should be cutted. The man's private part should be cutted. Hindi siya tuli ha. Basta talagang ubos lahat. Like, pati yung female private part, part. So, sa kanila tama yun kasi it is a belief. Guidelines nila yun. Sa atin, it's not. It's illegal. Right? Yung naman papakaalaman mo, hindi man sa'yo, di ba? So, why should other individuals have a lack of ethics? It is because they are living with their beliefs, even though it's unethical, even though it's immoral, even though it's wrong in the eyes of other people. Yeah. Next is that how moral standards are formed. Paano ba nabubuo ang moral standards natin? Okay, so first, we have individual's belief. Yung ating paniniwala. I told you already that we have differences when it comes to beliefs, to customs, to traditions, and ideals. But one thing is for sure, we change. And I must say, let's change for the better. Huwag tayong ma-impluwensyahan ng iba, right? Wag na wag. So, para mabuo ang isang moral standards, we have individual beliefs, values, religion, characteristic, manners. What I've discussed with you is the religious values na sometimes is unacceptable to our values. Hindi talaga katama. Next is rules and regulations. We are doing that thing because of the rules and regulation in our place. Like, bawal magtapon ng basura, bawal ganito, bawal ganyan. But in other places, they can do that because there are no other rules. Next, individual action. What will we do if we do that thing? May magiging resulta bang masama? Like, magbe-benefit pa tayo or hindi? Ayun. Next is life's experiences. If we experience a lot of hardships, mabubuo talaga sa atin yung moralidad na meron tayo. Like, for example, before you trusted somebody, life experiences na na-experience mo culture ng iba, ganito, or nasira tiwala mo, and makikreate ka ng iyong panibagong moral standards. Like, I will not trust anybody because everybody is, you know, not good. Di mapapagkatiwalaan. So, here are the various factors on how moral standards are influenced. So, it is based on the principle that we conform with. Next, character and manners that imbibed with us. Mula nung tayo pinanganak, from birth, right? Religious values of forefathers taught us. Values we learned from school. Yes. Alam nyo ba, a lot of things that we learn from our lives are from school. Pero kung homeschooling ka o di homeschooling, online school. Pero malaki ang nagagawa ng paaralan. malaki ang nagagawa ng experiences, and kapag nasa tunay na buhay ka na, hindi ka na pwede magsabi na, ay, time out, quit muna ako, pahinga muna ako, and all. No, you should keep going. Okay? So, here, next one is the habits of the people around us. Kung ang tao sa inyo, paslak lang, patulog-tulog, tamad, mahahawa ka. Diba? So, kung ang tao sa inyo hardworking, mga successful, makahawa ka. Pero, hindi ko naman sinasabing lahat ng environment ganun. Meron kasing environment na ang sama-sama, like, ang nasa squatter area or nasa area kung saan hindi maganda yung ambience. Pero, nagpursige siya. Nakikita niya sa social media na, ay, kaya pala niya, kaya ko din. Like, other people, they have their own critical thinking of these experiences. Paano sila natututo? Based on experiences. Based on the curriculum from the schools. Based on how they live. Like their family's background. So it's up to you. It's a choice that you need to deal with. Okay, so this is the take-home activity. Make 60-second introduction. It can be musical or not. A video about yourself. Be creative and then send it to our Google Classroom. So in the next meeting, we will watch it together. That's it for today, guys. I hope you learned something from this ethics subject, and I hope that you will apply it into your daily life. God bless you and see you soon.